Have you ever blown on your hands to warm them up? Then blown on your soup to cool it down? Our story, The Two-Sided Breath, explores this puzzling magic and the funny mix-up it causes for a very curious satyr.
Deep within a sun-dappled forest, a friendly man once met a playful satyr. The man, with his kind eyes and warm smile, offered his hand in greeting. The satyr, curious and nimble, immediately felt a special connection. Soon, they became the very best of friends, sharing laughter and stories. Their bond grew stronger with each passing day, lighting up their forest home. The two comrades decided to live together in the man's quaint little hut. It was a cozy place, filled with the scent of wood smoke and friendship. They shared meals, talked under the starlit sky, and enjoyed the peace of their forest life. Every day brought new wonders and happy moments for them to discover together. Their friendship was a comforting warmth, like a gentle fire on a chilly evening. One chilly winter evening, as the sun dipped below the snowy treetops, they were walking home. The air grew crisp, making their breath puff into little clouds. A gentle breeze started a soft dance through the bare trees, making the satyr shiver a tiny bit. The path crunched under their feet as they walked, eager to reach their warm hut. It felt like the forest was whispering a bedtime story to them. Suddenly, the man stopped, feeling the biting cold on his fingers. He lifted his hands to his mouth and blew a visible puff of warm air onto them. The satyr, who had never seen such a thing, watched his friend with wide, questioning eyes. The simple action seemed like a small, curious magic in the winter air. He wondered why the man was doing such an interesting thing. Their breath formed little clouds that danced in the chilly air. "Why do you make that warm little puff of air?" asked the curious satyr, his voice soft. The man with his neat brown beard and green tunic smiled kindly. "To make my hands feel toasty warm, my friend," he replied, gently rubbing his hands together. The satyr watched, mesmerized by this simple act of nature. Soon, they arrived back at the snug wooden hut, a welcoming sight in the winter dusk. A warm glow spilled from the windows, promising comfort inside. The friendly man gently pushed open the creaky wooden door. The playful satyr hopped inside eagerly, shaking a bit of snow from his fur. A small lantern cast cozy light on the rough-hewn walls, making them feel instantly at home. Inside, the man, with his kind face, began preparing their evening meal. He set 2 sturdy wooden bowls on the small table and then carefully poured hot, creamy porridge into each. Little clouds of steam swirled gently up from the warming bowls, filling the hut with a delicious, comforting scent. The playful satyr watched, his tummy rumbling with happy anticipation. They were both very cheerful to enjoy the meal. As the delicious porridge sat on the table, still very hot, the man picked up his spoon. Instead of eating right away, he brought the spoon close to his mouth. Then he gently blew a soft stream of air onto the porridge, creating ripples on its surface. The playful satyr, much to his surprise, stared at this action. His brilliant amber eyes were wide with growing confusion. The satyr, with his shaggy brown fur and pointed ears, couldn't hold back his confusion any longer. He tilted his head, his small goat horns almost touching the warm steam. "Why do you make that cool little puff of air now?" he asked, his voice full of wonder and bewilderment. He looked at the man, his face showing deep thought. "You use the same breath for 2 different things." The man, his kind face smiling, looked at his curious friend. "Oh, that's simple, my dear satyr," he explained, still gently cooling his hot porridge. "I blow on it to make it less hot, so it's perfect to eat." The satyr blinked, his mind trying to grasp this strange human trick. He realized that the very same breath could be used for heating and cooling, depending on the need. Suddenly, a strange look crossed the satyr's playful face. He sprang energetically to his hooved feet, making his small chair wobble. "Goodbye, my friend," he exclaimed, his voice tinged with a mix of surprise and a touch of alarm. He hurried towards the creaky wooden door, his nimble feet carrying him swiftly. The man, surprised, could only watch as his friend disappeared into the snowy night, leaving behind the warm hut. This story teaches us an important lesson about understanding and perspective. The man used his breath for different purposes depending on what was needed. The playful satyr missed a chance to learn something new because he jumped to conclusions too quickly. It shows us that different situations require different actions, and one thing can have many uses. It's always good for us to ask questions and try to understand things fully before making a decision.
Ever dreamed of being the hero? Now you get to be the star. Your adventure starts at TalesMio. Visit talesmio.com now.